Hey everybody, welcome. A great another exceptional broadcast this evening, and another amazing, brand new to the Cosmos Creative TV Network special guest tonight, and first time ever. So everybody, if you could help me welcome our special guest in tonight, and to help me bring up our special guest, let me bring my co-host Ralfie B. Pew, 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 pew.
Did you know I was there?
And the crowd goes wild.
All right. Yes, happy Thursday. It's another Thursday. We made it. We made it to no icing. No icing.
We made it another week. How's your week been?
Really good. I got into the new millennium. I got the iPhone 17, a little one, but got the iPhone 17. Shout out to Apple. They're watching right now. Always watching. They hope they don't
watching through that necklace.
Yeah, still got the obsidian mirror right here. Yes. What other? Oh, today is my mother's birthday. 7 years. Oh, I don't want to tell her name. Something. Let's edit that out. But I'm proud. I'm proud to call her my mother. She always tunes in. Shout out to Yolanda Navarro. Yeah.
Happy birthday, moms.
Yes. Excited about that. Also, it's my 25th anniversary at the water company I work with.
Wow.
Over half my life there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a journey over there, and yeah, still they provide me the resources to have cool stuff like this, the iPhones and things like that. But anyways, how was your weekend? Or how was your week actually?
It was good, except for a plumbing issue. We had to call the plumber. My whole kitchen got flooded, but I had prepped vegetables and everything to make this amazing meal for my family, and had everything ready to go. And right when it was time to start cooking it all, the whole kitchen got flooded. The garbage disposal decided to give up and quit, and so I had to get the plumber to come the next day. Thank goodness he came and fixed it, and life is good again. But just never a dull moment. It's always something.
Yes. You could have called me if I wasn't so far away. Maybe Cosmos could create some kind of teleport where we're able to go places faster. But
I have a guy who's retired, but he likes to stay busy in the area as long as it's in his driving distance for him. And he does a great job. He's helped us a few times, so that's good.
Okay. Yes. another cool show. Last week with my buddy Ken Huffines. He has a show tomorrow night. If everyone's watching in Riverside,
Ooh.
I'll post that in maybe the post chat if anyone wants to know. But yeah, he has that show tomorrow. I'm going to try to make it out. I can't wait. It's with this full band and not just acoustic. But without further ado,
get
the
the
magical
get
guest.
the button ready. Here we go. The Peacemaker. He's gonna make our lives more peaceful. I feel it already. Here we go.
Peacemaker, welcome.
Welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Hey,
You're first timer.
Yeah.
First time for everything, they say.
Yeah, you look peaceful, man. I wish I'm doing that same pose. What yoga pose is that?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I'm doing that right now. I'm actually standing up.
I'm going to try not to visualize that. How are we doing tonight? How's everybody doing?
Good. Peacemaker, a.k.a. Mark.
Yes, sir.
Very, very, very happy you could join us, bro. Very happy that you could make it out from the cosmos, man. You're from another galaxy, man.
Mission accomplished. Thanks for having me.
I love your hair. What's going on with your hair? Can we get a look at your hair? Is that your natural color?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I find it funny. I find it funny that people ask me if I actually dye my hair this color. Like, who would do that?
Real hair.
Yeah, I had bleach blonde hair until my first daughter was born, and then it went white.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're lucky. People pay a lot of money to get their hair that color.
Yeah, I don't understand.
He's growing the ponytail. He's growing the ponytail so I could have bangs by Christmas.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you for looking out. Bro.
What do they call that?
Wait.
Locks of love.
Okay.
Locks of love, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, and do you shave the sides? It's like you got this cool like rocker.
I do. I
style.
shave the sides and the back. It's a little long right now. I'm just kind of letting it grow out. Yeah. I'm never getting another haircut. Ever.
Sorry, I'm trying to do.
I hear you.
What do I would be like?
I've dedicated my life to extreme hippiness.
Yeah, so
Tell us about that.
Yeah, tell us about your extreme hippiness and start us off with your journey and why you're here.
Yeah, sure. I grew up in hippie days. I was born and raised in San Francisco. My dad was a police officer in San Francisco. And that was, early to late 60s. We lived kind of near Golden Gate Park, just a short few blocks away from Haight-Ashbury. So those are my stomping grounds from a very early age until probably my late teens. So that whole Vietnam, food not bombs, dancing naked with like daisies in their hair. Like I watched that whole thing go down like almost from my front porch.
Wow.
So I don't know. The older I get, the more attached I come to like where I'm from. There's a bit of nostalgia behind me because I've seen and I've lived through, some historical times. And I'm at the point in my life now where I'm super grateful for that. Like I've seen a lot, lived through a lot. Things are not the same as they used to be. But I'm good to be. I'm just super happy to be free from the struggles that I have my whole life, and be able to reflect in retrospect as to how my life started and the things I saw early on that shaped me to the ideals I have today. Old school, I guess. I got old.
Telling a little backstory, I met you at Serenity Lodge in Lake Arrowhead. Today's 93 days of recovery for me. And I'm happy. I'm excited. More than one thing, I'm real grateful. I'm real happy that I get to be here. Even clarity and trying to create peace myself. The biggest memory you tell us about your job or one of your jobs that you had up at the lodge, man. And I remember the breathing techniques. You got us all 30 guys laying on a yoga mat and breathing and seeing colors and connecting and clear and like healing chakras and whatnot. Can on the backstory, sound healer, artist, all these things. So tell us about the sound healer part, Peacemaker.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm a musician, and I had an experience a few years ago where I had the luxury of going out to a sacred ground Indian reservation in Tucson, Arizona, and I ran into this guy. He's an Indian shaman healer posing as a psychiatrist. And he had a three-piece Calvin Klein suit on, all nined up when I met him. And he started talking to me. And I was like, how the hell did you know that? And he reached down inside his vest and he just pulled out this huge tribal necklace he had on underneath it and just dropped it on top of his suit. And I was like, oh, wow. So he took me on this journey, man, out there. And he taught me all about our life force, our energy force, and how if we are disconnected from it, we are just disconnected in general. No peace, anxious, depressed. As far as like working in treatment, I guess you could call that Western science as a social model that treatment falls under, especially in regards to like the medicine that they use. That all gets us away from like who we naturally are as humans that are connected to a life force of energy. And this cat like led me right to it, and it was not hard. He led me right there, and it just activated like immediately in me. And when I left that place, I started using for myself first the universe and the four elements to ground myself and to live by. Earth, air, water, fire, the natural four elements, homeopathic path, if you will. And I found it to be super powerful, like immediately, like it moved me. And I think for the most part, that's kind of, if you're not moved while you're attempting to recover from something, you're going to tend to either not heal or heal a lot slower than you could if you're moved into an experience that began to shape you during the journey of transformation. And that's certainly what happened to me, man, when I came off that Indian reservation. If you listen to my music before I went out there, like I was super angry, and there was like a lot of metal involved. And then I had that experience out there, and when I came back, I wasn't hearing that in my head anymore. As a matter of fact, when I went into the studio after I got back, I started hearing like strings and orchestra underneath these songs I was writing. And then suddenly it took on this ethereal shape. And that was super new to me. And so I started recording these soundscapes, if you will, based off of the life force energy. The Chinese call it qi. Eastern Indians call it prana. Polynesians call it mana. Us Westerners, we just refer to it as life force. but I started to attach my ethereal genre, if you will, to meditation, deep guided meditation, vibration, things of that nature. And then it took on a life of its own at that point. I just remained connected to it, continued to follow it, continued to develop it. And it has led, to opportunities for me to work in environments where I met you, Ralfie. And basically what we did is we did a technique that physiologically speaking is geared for shutting off the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for our instinct to fight or flight. And it keeps us in a sustained fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system. And we become overrun with anxiety, depression, freezing, fawning, things of that nature. And we don't realize it when we're out there living, that instinct becomes sustained over time. And when the fight or flight becomes sustained over time, what happens is cortisol comes into the picture. And we're no longer running off dopamine, but we're running off the stress hormone. And that keeps us in what's referred to as the fifth brain speed. That's referred to as the extra fast brain speed, the anxiety brain pattern, if you will. And it's hard to snap out of, man, especially in early recovery. And this particular breath work that we did, pranayama, is geared towards deactivating the sympathetic nervous system via the parasympathetic nervous system, which shuts that whole thing down. And that's activated by the breath work of pranayama. And once it's activated, the parasympathetic nervous system, it's like the brain sends message to the entire body, says, hey, we're safe now. Nothing to worry about. It's safe to just relax. That's literally the message that nervous system is sending to the rest of the body. And then the body becomes like over perfused with oxygen. So it's like switches on high octane peace is what it does. And then what happens as soon as it's activated is everything that we've been holding off, either running from or fighting against, now has been given like neurological permission to show up on us. Because the brain in our neurology, physiology thereof, has gotten the message that it's safe. You can let these things in now, and sit with them and learn to grow with our emotions. So it's kind of neat running groups with like 30, 40 guys in there because like half of them were like super emotional. And it's good to see, man. Like in one session, there's so many people that are in the healing process. It's just it's an amazing privilege to be able to observe, and I'm really grateful that I had that experience with you, Ralfie. You were obviously moved, but you were ready to be moved, and that's it's a huge part of this, man. I was telling your parents last week at the show that I was one of the first people to put eyes on you when you came through the door, and you were all hi, and then that was it. You went somewhere inside, and you just started walking your own path up there, and that was super great to see, because that's not the case most occasions. People go into treatment and they're not really sure of like what they want from it or how they're going to even navigate it, and you did it like a G, and it's a privilege to be able to watch, and for you to be where you're at now, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I got to witness a bunch of guys, a handful of different guys have different type of emotional states, and Some of them were resisting it. Some of them were this first time being present in a long time. You know, that part. And I appreciate it, all the things you did. And I know like we're all here. We're musicians, and I'm here to bring a different type of piece through my music too. And it was good to connect, you know, and not a lot of interactions with you up there besides the classes. But I was glad to caught up out here, and at least like you said, you manifested being on a internet talk show or of sort. You manifested these things. That was cool to hear.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, first of all, I wanted to say one of the things that impressed me about you, bro, was you have this gift. You're a phenomenal singer, bro. You got pipes, for sure, and your ook is super unique. Like, there's not a lot of performers like. Well, I guess there are, but you are. It fits you, bro. Like, it's super authentic with you. But we have that big, huge recording studio out there, and everyone's hey, Ralfie, let's go to the studio, bro. And you were like, I'm good. Like, you didn't put it out there. You stayed reserved and focused, and you wanted to use your gift again at a time when it was appropriate, man. And that's never the case. So that was super impressive to see, man. It really was. You did a really great job there.
I had an opportunity. I went there as a program, and through the process, I was able to surrender about halfway through, and I start, you know, what am I here for? What's my? Well, I mean, why do I exist? You know, I kind of was on that path, and it, to sum it up, just I used it on my last few days when people needed it the most, and people were emotional, and they needed that fun time of, you know, some cover songs, some Sublime, and some other things, and yeah, I know that music is really part of my path and my purpose. I just wanted to heal the man, so I just wasn't stuck just singing and dancing only for the rest of my life. I was able to write a cool song called Begin Again, and I wrote it every morning, chipping away every morning, looking at the sunrise in the mountains of Lake Arrowhead. It was very spiritual place on Magic Mountain up at Serenity Lodge. I know that you have a few songs to play for us, you know, to cross over into that. Do you have one you want to introduce and play for us?
Yeah, we want to hear a song.
Okay. Yeah. My journey as a musician has been kind of phenomenal, actually, for me. I've always played, but just as an escape, you know, something to take me away from reality. But a couple of years ago, I had this experience that, you know, my entire life had come to pass. There was nothing for me. There was nothing left for me to salvage out there. My marriage ended. Kids were no longer talking to me. I no longer had an opportunity to ever be a father with a child under my roof again. And I told myself after that happened that I was going to spend the rest of my life starting with one thing, which was I'm going to start recording these soundscapes, and I'm going to tell my stories within them. And then before too long, like the narrative about who I am and how I have continued to summon the will to continue and not quit throughout my life. So I told myself, that's it. I'm going to be a musician, that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to call myself Peacemaker. And that was like 2 years ago. And here tonight, man, like I got introduced as Peacemaker. So the manifestation of that whole thing, bro, is kind of wild. And for you to have facilitated that moment for me, man, was I'm forever grateful, bro. But yeah, so I'm a singer-songwriter too. And this song is called One More Day. And it's about being a shitty father, actually, or admitting it, and then but not giving up, man. So yeah, it's called One More Day. That's so out of tune. Hold on, bro. Sorry. All right. Yeah, it's been way too long since I've been going down that road. Yeah, it's been way too long since I've been away from my home. And I can barely remember what your voices sound like. And I can barely remember what their faces look like. Yeah, well, I'll find my way. Yeah, when I do, I hope and I pray I can stay. Yeah, one more day. Yeah, one more day. Yeah, just one more day. Yeah, Lord, just give me just one more day. Yeah, well, I never really know, yeah, just how long it's gonna take. Yeah, but eventually, yeah, well, I am gonna lose my way. Yeah, I could wake up in the morning and be lost by the end of the day. Yeah, it could happen. And you can ask me what's wrong, yeah, but I cannot honestly say. Yeah, but I'll find my way. Yeah, when I do, yeah, I hope and I pray I can stay. Yeah, one more day. Yeah, one more day. Yeah, Lord, just give me just one more day. Yeah, just one more day. Let's bring it home. So I tried to call him and tell him that the daddy was on his way back home. But it didn't go so well. Nobody picked up the phone. And when I walked back inside, yeah, her face, it was cold as a stone. And there wasn't no one else there, 'cause them kids are finally all full grown. Yeah, they've been gone. Yeah, but I'll find my way. Yeah, when I do, yeah, I hope and I pray I can stay. Yeah, one more day.
Yay!
One more day.
Yeah, man. Beautiful song.
Awesome.
Went there, hit home. It hit home for a lot of us men, you know? we're able to. What cool thing about music and the healing properties in it, or expression, you know, and to be able to. What I learned too is that to have been identify with other people. That's where, you know, a lot of my depression and a lot of my things were due to not being there for my older kids. Do you know? And I feel you on that, Peacemaker. Yeah, with that song, and you are here also to promote a project you got going on. Is this song going to be on that project?
My singer songwriting is going to be my second piece. I just finished my first. It's a 47 minute album. That song fucks me up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you know,
It's
I've,
therapy.
I have resolved all of the relationships with my kids, and I just had a new granddaughter. She's a month old, and
Congratulations.
thank you. So, yeah, I'm still standing. Don't know how, but my kids know that like I'm accountable now. You know what I mean? And that is the requirement for me being able to continue to be a father. Because, yeah, I don't have kids under my roof anymore, but I'm still a father for sure. And my youngest calls me father. He's 19. But this project, it's called Conse Terra, and it's the result of the time I spent out Tucson, Arizona with Mr. Indian Medicine Man. Conse Terra is the Latin interpretation of the way to sacred ground. And yeah, so it's my first ethereal piece of work. It's 47 minutes long, and we were actually using it, Ralfie, when we were doing workshops up there. I think I dropped it on you guys. I think you guys were the first to hear it.
Yeah, you were creating new pieces. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, right now we're just working on. Man, it's a lot. Like release music, man. You know, you gotta have all these social media accounts. You know, I never had Instagram or TikTok or any of that shit. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. It's called the EPK, an electronic press kit. It has all your social media, your catalog, and things of that nature. So that's the phase I'm at right now. Production's done. Just waiting for the product that I'm going to release it with. The album is going to be part of a greater product, which is going to be meant for journaling, post-guided meditation and breath work. So you can continue to track your inner dialogue journaling while listening to the soundscape and actually doing the workshops. Yeah, so
That's what I want to ask you. Do you give workshops, or do you lead workshops, or private classes? How do you?
I do.
How
do I do it?
Yeah. Can you give us a little brief description of what you do?
Yeah, so I'm an independent contractor. I contract. Woohoo! Nice.
Whoa.
Reflexes. Yeah, so I contracted treatment centers, and they refer to it as an experiential facilitator. And I go in, and what I always first do when I show up to a group is I process everybody to see where everybody's at, and I get them to set an intention for what they if they're seeking out of it. And then I provide them with the actual methods, the breathing methods. Pranayama is a 3-step cadence. You can fill your belly up with air, but once that's full, you can then go to the lung cavity and fill that up. So you have 2 cavities full of oxygen now. That's how, and then you expel it at the top. And that's how the brain becomes like oversaturated with oxygen. And that's what starts to send the message to the parasympathetic nervous system to shut down the fight or flight.
Like if I wanted a session with you, do I have to go to like a special place, or do you do private sessions? And how long does a session last? And what's the average, price? Or how does that work? Like, can anyone watching in the audience find you and ask you schedule a session?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, individual sessions tend to be a lot more intense because, well, first of all, the person feels safe. They're not surrounded by a bunch of other people's breathing sounds. and that hems people up at times. But individual breath work and guided meditation, that's kind of my specialty.
And that's related to the cortisol. So like somehow breathing and doing the meditation techniques, that helps get your cortisol back, or it
No, it shuts it off. It shuts it off.
Oh.
Yeah, it shuts it off. It shuts the valve.
Lorraine's here. Lorraine says she has trouble with her breathing techniques.
Who's that?
Lorraine, one of our in our audience. She's watching. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine. She's having problems with her technique?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy, man. Well, I don't know what technique she's speaking of. There's literally hundreds of different techniques. But this particular one, pranayama, it's just a 3 cadence breath. It's up through the mouth, fills up the stomach, then up through the nose, fills up lungs, and then out. So it's...
And it's like posture too, right? Like you got to be sitting.
Oh no, you got to be laying down.
In a good position, or
we were laying down.
Yeah, laying down.
Oh, okay.
on a yoga mat, preferably with something behind your head, and then some eye masks, some blackout masks. That's optimum, not mandatory, but that gives you the best experience because shutting off the light through the eyes can activate a lot as well too. It can light sensitivity through the closed eyes can actually prevent people from being able to like break through to a deeper guided meditation. So blackout masks are very beneficial to use. But,
you do like rocks or crystals, anything like that, or sound drums, like those kind of things?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I do all that. My end game for all this is to be able to perform a whole show as a workshop live as a single musician. I haven't seen anybody doing that yet, but like I want to be able to like move large crowds, and to do it as a single musician, playing everything, singing bowls, tuning forks, soundscape in the background, creating a whole vibe, right there live, and then finishing everybody off live in session while playing live as well. That's kind of where this is all going for me. But yeah, I do individual stuff, man, and typical time. Like I think Ralfie was there one day, and everybody thought it was like 15 minutes, and it was actually 50 minutes. And they're like, "What?" It was like they closed their eyes, and then it was over with, and they really didn't have any idea of like where they were or how long it had been. But it's like a really good intense breath work is like 50 minutes.
Jacob said, definitely a great vibe. Yeah, I envision, I could see
Thank you,
your
Jacob.
vision. I could see your vision, Peacemaker, of having a gigantic crowd and multiple camera and lenses on people going through this experience. Everyone had their own, like I said, and a lot of us tried to chase the healing, and that was me. I think the first one, I was just kind of like, why isn't it happening? And you're trying to compare. I think that's kind of why maybe having the mask on will cut off one more sensory, one the visual but with the sounds and the frequencies and all that kind of stuff. I know, like, I fail to do that at home, but I really should. It should be a morning meditation. Is that what you recommend before you go to sleep or in the morning?
Yeah, well, bro, that's the toughest part, right? We go to these treatment centers and we find ourselves in a bit of a bubble, yeah, and then we go back out there into the real world, and I call it the illusion of priority strikes. And also, we need to do this, that, and the other thing, right? And we lose track of like what got us to the person I want. We forget about what got us here in the first place, man. And so our personal lives take back over, and suddenly we find ourselves not doing the things that we were doing, that got us here in the first place. So, just as a typical routine, man, keeping it super simple and super important. You don't have to go into these deep guided meditations like alone and try to have these like huge experiences that people are trying to facilitate for us. I call it conscious streaming in the morning. Super great way to start your day. Get up in the morning, wash your face, get your coffee, whatever. Grab a notebook. Go find your quiet place. And grab your pen. And you count to 3. It's literally 1, 2, 3, go. And we do not have permission to sit there and think what we're going to write. It's kind of intended to be messy. 1, 2, 3, go, and just hit the paper and start writing. And for 10 minutes. And the first couple times, it's not going to make sense like what we write because it really didn't come from the heart, or we weren't able to prepare for it. It just went out there. Oftentimes, what lands on the paper is like, wow, I haven't thought about that. Oh, I'm dying. Like the subconscious kicked in. But 10 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, and go back and read it. And resonate on that for a second, what you wrote. And then write like a 2-paragraph summary, a closing of what you defined from what you wrote, and how you can take what you defined and apply it to your life moving forward throughout the day. It's called conscious streaming. And what that does is it forces us into like this critically thinking state of mind, where instead of like thinking of our problems as these grand, huge things that we can overcome, we start breaking them down into smaller, more manageable parts. And we find that we can get rid of those smaller, more manageable parts more easily as we start our day. So we're literally walking off into our day, having already cleansed what we're preoccupied with before we even walk out the door. And that's super effective as number one, a grounding tool, but number two, the ability to remain present and in the moment and understand what we're being approached with. That makes sense? Because we're not going out there like on one and seeing everything as something we're confronting as we're experiencing it. We're really experiencing it, then defining it, which is an entirely more effective mindset to achieve success in like early recovery. We call it conscious training. Super good exercise, super quick exercise in the morning, and then give ourselves a break throughout the day, because we got enough to deal with. And then same thing at the end of the day, same exercise. And then within about a week, we start to find out we don't have much on our mind at all. We're just kind of in this state of being, and it's because we're processing. Finally.
Yes, I love the processing part, and rather than running away, I was so addicted to running away and not facing who I really am. I know this show is only an hour, but man, you have a lot of wisdom, a lot of things like we're anxious to hear about, or myself, I'm anxious to hear these more ideas you have. But while we have you, Peacemaker, could you bless us with another song?
Sure. This was actually the first song I wrote as I began my last road to recovery. Keep on flying. Every time I try to fly, yeah, something comes around me, tries to knock me out the sky, and I go crashing to the ground. Yeah, but this time around, yeah, I can feel it. Feel the wind beneath my wings. Yeah, that's everything out of me. So I guess that I'll just keep on flying, even though I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, but I know my wings will keep on getting stronger. Yeah, if I just step in the wind, yeah, watch me fly away. Yeah, watch me leave it all behind. Yeah, leave it all behind. Yeah, I ain't afraid anymore. I ain't afraid no more. Yeah, I ain't running no more. No, I ain't running no more. Yeah, I ain't hiding no more. No, I ain't hiding. Yeah, 'cause I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with all that shit. So I guess that I'll just keep on flying. Even though I don't know where I'm going, no. Yeah, but I know my wings will keep on getting stronger. Yeah, if I just stay up in the wind, yeah, watch me fly away, yeah, put it all behind me, yeah, watch me fly away, yeah, all behind me. Yeah, well, watch me fly. Yeah, fly away. Yeah, leave it all behind.
Yay.
Who are your guitar or your singing influences, Peacemaker?
Well, bro, prior to the 70s, I've literally seen every huge classic rock band as they were coming on the scene. And man, it's hard to say, bro.
Yeah.
The classic rock genre, and also pre-classic rock, like late 60s shit. That's what I was first exposed to, man. Like Jefferson Airplane, Janis Joplin, all those people. Yeah.
Hendrix,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
The Doors,
Those were the first things I ever heard, like musically.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, Zeppelin was weird for me, man, because they started crashing out right when I was getting old enough to go to concerts. And they started to, like, break up. Oh, don't get me wrong, like, their albums and shit. Yeah. I was in high school, we were all dropping acid. Listening to Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Who was one of the most memorable concerts or performances you saw?
I got to tell you, man, people are going to go, what? The fucking Journey in 1979 on July 4th at the Oakland Coliseum, bro. I'd never seen anything like it, man. Steve Perry came out there and destroyed like 50,000 people, man. They walked off stage, man, and people would not leave. And the noise was incredible. Journey was a sight and sound to see and hear, man, in the 70s and 80s. Incredible. Yeah. And then I recently saw Deftones, man. And you know much about Deftones?
Just not the pop hits, but the radio
Yeah.
hits. Yeah.
My daughter's been asking me about. My daughter wants to go see the Deftones, and she's been like, she stole my Deftones CD. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. Those guys, it's their story, really. Deftones' story. It's crazy. You know, they grew up in gang-infested neighborhoods when gangs were popping off. They were in their garage trying to figure out how they were going to heal the soil that they were on. And they did it by creating incredible sound. But yeah, classic rocker at heart. But I've expanded into this weird, like, ethereal scene where I'm still hearing, like, classic rock arrangements, but then, like, throwing, like, violins and cellos and shit like that. You'll hear it. My next releases are going to be an indication of how I have enmeshed orchestra and classic rock. I'm super excited about it. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah. That's
Oh,
what
yes, yes was Lorraine's first concert. They're really good.
who was it?
Lorraine said yes was her first
Oh
concert.
my God! Yeah, I saw Yes in the round. Their stage was you. That's probably, I don't know how old Lorraine is, but if she saw Yes, then she probably saw him in the round.
Rush was my first concert.
Oh goodness!
Rush.
Wow. My first concert ever was Peter Frampton
Oh, I love.
performing Frampton
Do
Comes Alive.
you feel?
Oh man, wasn't that something else?
He could do that song for like 10 hours, you know? Just
Do
bow, bow, bow.
you remember Frampton Comes Live?
Mm-hmm.
That's music, man.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
What
Best
was it? Say it
album.
again. I'm gonna Spotify it. What was it?
Frampton Comes Live, the album, man. It's
Yeah.
a double album, man. And
Best.
it's all live. And he was like one of the first guys to crack the live show code. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that era.
Love
Hey, so
that.
Ralphie,
Yes, sir.
what's going on with you, man? Like, you've accomplished a lot over the last 90 days, and it kind of sounds like you're maneuvering into a segue into a new journey for you, yeah? Maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Dialing in my purpose. Friday, I started taking some courses to be certified drug and alcohol counselor. You know, thank you for pointing me to that direction, man. And I want to have my own little twist on that. So yeah, it is. How can I use music? How can I use my testimony? How can I? And right behind me, I have my little humble studio, and I sent both of you guys the raw footage of the new song called "The War's Already Won," and it's a lot of things trying to see if I can manifest retirement on my 50th birthday, you know, and these kind of cool things like let's see what the universe, God has for me, because I really with all intention, you know, I could stay there another 5 years and make another percentage, but how many? I feel the world, like, you know, what is happening in the world today, like some of these intentional people and these people with I don't know, without getting too deep, yes, I'm really hopeful, man, guys, and I'm really, I want to be obedient to what the inner voice is telling me, and with that intention of helping others, you know. I learned that on the mountain and in other amongst other things, and it's just real things are clicking and things move out your way when you're led by purpose instead of, you know, whatever the other stuff we have on our agenda.
No, it's we that move out the way, bro.
Yeah.
It's we that move out the way.
Yeah, forgive me, the lingo.
No, you're fine, bro.
So, but thank you, Mark, for visiting us on the Cosmos. And how could people find you? I know you're starting this whole new social media thing, and if you need my help on anything, I got you, man. I got some GoPros and some cool stuff too. You know, I want to come check you out where you stay. But where can people find you right now if they might?
I'm on Facebook, man. If you search Mark Evans, EVANS, you'll see my Peacemaker logo as my cover page. It's a hippie dude with a guitar and a huge peace sign. It says Peacemaker. That's me.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you can email me if you like. My email address, for sure, is uponawakening17@gmail.com. uponawakening17@gmail.com. And I'm gonna be ready. I expect to release everything, all my social media sites within the next month or so. Hopefully, that's the target date anyway. But we will continue to collab, my brother, and we'll just keep it pushing. And if Yeah. Somebody wants to get a hold of me, email me at the address I just gave, or hit me up on Facebook.
All right. Yeah, she put it. Sandie, thank you for putting it in the chat. But really appreciate you and everything you have to offer. There could be, you need your own show, and so you never know what you can manifest. You know, some sessions people need that breathing work and to go inside rather than just focusing on always like what they think is the reality. Do you know? It's pretty trippy, man.
Yeah, man. It's a great experience, and that's kind of what it takes to recover from whatever we're struggling with, man, is to be moved into an experience that shows us that there's stuff that we're missing, you know?
But thank you guys. That is
Thank
our
you,
time.
guys. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, from the bottom of my
Yeah,
heart,
we're running out of time.
thank you so much, and go make peace.
Peace, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Ralphie. Thank you, Peacemaker. And I want to talk to you. Maybe I'll message you about cortisols. I want to see if you could teach me more about cortisols. But
For sure. Just hit me up. We'll chat, of course.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thanks for another great show, another great week. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Go make peace. Bye.
So good on light.